here in beautiful Spokane, Washington, right along the Spokane River. Adam just called me, said he has a brand new restaurant in town called Baba. So it's a little bit of a Mediterranean flair using local ingredients. We can't wait to try it, so let's head on and see what he's cooking. All right, we are here at Baba, and Adam is nowhere to be found.
Chandler, I'm right here.
What's this?
I'm right here. Chandler, rub the lamp. Rub the lamp. Rub. Hey.
Were you just...
Yeah, thanks for letting me out. I appreciate it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, what are we doing?
Well, I'm a genie. I'm here to grant your wishes.
Wow, I've always wanted to play this game. Okay, first wish is that we can have a new TV show where we go in depth with the chef and the community and the people.
Oh, I love that.
Can we
I
do
love
it?
that. I think I can make that happen.
All right, let's go.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Welcome to Crave TV.
Woo!
Hi, I'm Adam Hegsted, chef and restaurateur in the Northwest. I'm all about the people because that's what hospitality is built on.
Hi, I'm Chandler Baird, local foodie and lifestyle influencer at Spokane Eats. I'm all about highlighting our local eateries and the communities that support them.
Crave TV is the telling of stories through visiting the places and restaurants, meeting the people who make it happen, and talking to the chefs who help create this amazing industry. This is Crave TV.
All right, Adam, so we have a new show, Crave TV.
Yep.
Tell me about it. What are we doing?
Okay, so Crave has always been about the hospitality community, the small farmers, the producers, all of the people that help create this great industry.
Yeah.
And so I think what we're trying to encompass is get all those people involved, talk about all the great wineries, distilleries, breweries, all of the wonderful things that we have in our community here, and then really showcasing them.
I love that. So people, places, food, a little bit of everything, and showing off more about who makes the dishes, why they're special, why they do what they do.
Well, there's just so many people that go into, the development of a restaurant or a brewery. It's not just about, the owner or the chef. It's about all the people that are involved in that.
Totally. And then we're going to kind of talk about how they've been affected in the last year, how they come up with their recipes, all that kind of jazz.
Well, and that's the difference that makes a restaurant special or a brewery special. It's the people. It's all about the community and how they help develop that, and everything goes into that. Wandering Table was sort of our original restaurant.
Yeah.
Where we travel around, go all these different places, and kind of do a pop-up restaurant, and then that became our brick and mortar. Well, as the pandemic hit, it didn't really register as a takeout and delivery sort of place, and people were there for the experience. And so as the pandemic went on and as takeout delivery kind of changed somewhat, we decided to close down and re-envision the restaurant and make something that was a little bit more takeout delivery friendly, but also we were able to encompass brunch and breakfast and lunch and dinner and be able to have all these different kind of things available. So Baba is a term of endearment in a lot of different countries and different cultures, and so it's inviting people into our house, being able to enjoy that as our guests somewhat, and so taking that with a little bit of Mediterranean spin from North Africa and the Middle East, all these different flavors and cooking styles, and melding it together into one thing.
Okay, you should have your chef yell Baba every time someone enters. How they do that sometimes. New concepts.
We could do it. Do it. Really, we took 2 years, even before we thought about changing Wandering Table. We had been studying Mediterranean food because we were kind of thinking about that concept.
Yeah.
And so really studying every source we could, from videos and traveling and cookbooks and everything, to try and get everyone's perspective, and then taking our own perspective and changing it and adapting it to what we do.
All right, we're back here at Baba. We're gonna head inside. Who are we meeting with?
Let's go see Tom and Aaron. We're gonna do some Turkish coffee.
Here comes the airplane. They call that a Turkish Delight.
How's it going, guys?
Oh, hey, nothing.
guys.
We totally weren't airplane feeding him a Turkish Delight.
They're delicious, right?
They are.
All right, so we got some Turkish coffee here.
Yeah. Sorry, we started without you.
What do we do? What's the...
So this is a Basically what we do is we steep hot water with a little bit of cardamom and some strong coffee. And then we have some Turkish Delights to go with it.
Oh my goodness.
Which is really good.
It's pretty good, yeah.
It's better if you airplane it for her.
All right.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Nice to see you all. We're here at Baba. We want to talk about what Crave is. What is Crave? Why we made it? What is this all about?
Well, it started with you and I, where we were going, can we start a food festival?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you're right, your definition of it was totally different than mine, but it was big, and I love it. So probably in 21, we're doing it in a very simple manner of just a one-day event,
Yeah.
which was probably what my vision was. And then we'll got back in 22 to that multiple day, tons more chefs, and a big food event in Spokane Valley.
Being able to showcase all of the great things that are happening here from, you know, all of the great artisans, vendors, small producers, everybody. It's been
cool
cool.
too for the community to be able to show up and like have that one-on-one with chefs and get to talk with them, because that never happens when you dine in a restaurant.
Yeah.
Well, typically it doesn't happen.
Or you go to meet someone who makes the yogurt that you buy at the grocery store.
Yeah.
Or whatever. I love that. That's
Yeah.
such a cool concept.
Then you're forever connected.
Yeah.
And you never buy another yogurt. Right?
Well,
Well-
we took the time to really go work at some other festivals too,
Yeah.
to get a feel for how those work. You know, you come back and we were successful, then we go do these other festivals. We're like, wow, we were doing something right,
Yeah.
and then we actually were able to take the things that we didn't like about those festivals and go, okay, how can we make it better for our attendees, our
Yeah,
chefs?
yeah.
Like what, like one of the things we talked about is like taking the time to hang out, which is like was incredibly hard at the beginning. It's getting easier, but like, we've been at one or two festivals where nobody even came up and said hi and
You
thank
just
you for
grind.
being here.
You grind.
Yeah, for
you grind
sure.
for like 10 hours.
Well, and you're used to that.
Serving
That's what
people.
chefs do.
And then not having like a community-centered area where people can hang out and talk. Because I mean, that's the whole value of why we travel to Seattle or Chicago or whatever to do a food festival, is because we want to like meet other chefs and
Yeah, connect.
network. And
More Crave TV coming after the break.
And so it's like nice to be able to connect with other chefs, and kind of see what they're doing and get excited about, some new techniques they're doing or
Yeah.
specific cuisines or whatever.
And it goes along with the whole community over competition thing,
Yeah.
which I think is so special, and you guys are so great about that.
It has to be a conscious effort. It has to be like,
Yeah.
because otherwise you kind of get stuck in your silo and you're like just worried about things that are happening in restaurants. That's easy because it's just being able to get outside of that realm and say like, oh, well, I know you're having a tough time. I'm here to help you, whatever you need, whatever. So it's been cool, like building all of that.
I appreciate the TV piece that we're adding this coming year, but going to the event and being able to sample all the different food product directly from locally sourced chefs is huge.
Yeah.
Something that I might not have done before, and it's a great event to try a whole bunch of different food from chefs that you've heard about but didn't really appreciate, and understand that it's here's your chance to do that, and the price is such that it's a fine dining experience, and there's no tip required, and there's free
Right.
parking at our event, and
it's
it's
unique.
just been a great thing that for a person who really isn't even a foodie to come be exposed to what's going on, and then understanding that it's supportive local.
Right. So I like too that it's not like a sit-down dinner.
Yeah.
It's like very
A little more
much
casual.
Casual,
Yeah.
and you're out, you're meeting new people in the community, you're just talking, hanging out. So that's like one of my favorite parts about it too.
It's been great.
It is.
We're gonna go in the kitchen. We're gonna cook a little clams and lamb with Chef Aaron Fish.
So first step we need to do is we need to make our clam juice. So it's not just straight clam juice. We like to make a broth. It's got a bunch of different stuff in it, and we'll start with our clam juice, just a canned clam juice.
So why clams and lamb?
Well, it's it sounds weird and sounds funny.
It is funny.
It is, but the clams actually help the lamb taste a little less gamey, and the lamb helps the clams taste a little more sweet. It just pairs really well together. It's kind of like a surf and turf too.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah,
it's-
I like that. I like that play on it.
Yeah. So we got the clam juice. We've
Okay.
got some Chardonnay,
All right.
fresh squeezed orange juice,
Okay.
and some chopped preserved lemons.
All right. little salty and sweet.
Yeah, a little salty and sweet. We've got our chopped herbs, so it's a little cilantro, a little parsley, some sugar, some kosher salt. I've got some toasted coriander seeds. We need to actually crack these a little bit.
Okay.
So they release the flavors. I'm just using a plate. You can use like a saute pan, or if you have like a spice grinder at home,
Yeah, that works.
those work too. And you don't have to like overly crack it. You just want to break it open so those oils can penetrate
Yeah, it
into
doesn't
the
crack
broth.
on your teeth. I get it.
Here I've got some chopped garlic, and that does it. So all we do, stir this up. You want to make sure all the sugar, salt, it gets nice and dissolved. You know, you can see in the bottom there's no more sugar and salt in the middle of where I'm whisking. You know, you've got
Yeah,
it
so you
done.
have like kind of a lot of the traditional elements of steamed clams.
Yeah.
But then a little bit, have that Mediterranean flair in there as well.
Agreed.
Like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So then you want to let this sit for about 12 hours so that all the flavors infuse. Luckily, because we serve this in the restaurant, I've already got some done. So
Yeah.
we're gonna go ahead and get that up and fire
We got
up
a
some
little
clams.
little movie magic happening.
Little movie magic.
Okay, so what do we got here?
So we've got our fresh manila clams. We get these, shipped in fresh a couple times a week.
Computer sound. Yep.
Yep. And so we're going into kind of a paella pan. I've got some braised leg of lamb that we shred up, so it's kind of like pulled pork, but really gamey.
Okay.
Delicious. That's going to go in there. We've got our clam broth that we made in the restaurant. It's been sitting for more than 12 hours. You can see you got your chunks of lemon in there. We're going to be putting some fresh wild mushrooms in here. Got some more preserved lemons. And a little bit of roasted garlic.
Okay, that looks good.
Yeah. And
Again, similar elements to steamed clams, but a little bit kicked up there.
Exactly, yeah. And then we just go straight in our hearth here and push it up right next to the flame. And this is going to impart kind of like a nice roasted element to it. And we're going to let those cook until all the clams pop.
Okay, cool.
Takes about 5-10 minutes. Now, if you don't have that at home, you want to make this at home, I would do it in a saute
Do it on
pan.
stovetop or
yeah,
whatever.
stovetop on the saute pan. Maybe put a lid on it.
Maybe throw it in the smoker?
Yeah, you can smoke it.
cool.
That'd be great. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh man, look at that. Look at that, that looks so good. You can smell those like preserved lemons, like that
Yeah.
pungent sort of
So-
sweet and salty flavor.
Yeah, I mean, it smells great, and it's this oven, even though it's it's like it imparts like almost like a wood smoke into it too. It's amazing. So I've got a little brown butter here, and we're gonna put this in here. It's gonna add a nice little
It's
fat.
a little different as opposed
Yeah.
to just using regular butter. You add that little bit of nuttiness and
Yeah, and it's giving it some fat, so you got like a nice mouthfeel. And then we're just gonna finish it with some fresh herbs.
And I like how it's like this is definitely not a authentic,
No.
Mediterranean dish, but it has like definitely the flavors and the texture profile, like all those things kicked into something that, is our own. It's unique.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we made some beautiful flatbread here. And it's just like
I saw that coming out. That looks
yeah,
good.
I mean, we hit it with a little bit of olive oil, some flaked sea salt. It's just a delicious, simple meal that I mean, I just want to eat this right now.
Let's
I don't
dig
know
in.
about you.
Let's grab a fork. All right, let's try this, dude.
Yeah, I'm excited.
This looks super good.
It's like, I mean, the broth itself is just amazing. Yeah. I mean, all the, like, you got the citrus elements, notes are tying it in. You got the
Oh,
fat
I like
from
that
butter.
brown butter on there.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's so good. Rip a little of this pita off.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta get a little bit of that. Soak up the juices.
I'm going to build a little tostada. It's not Mediterranean, but...
Oh yeah, that's super good. Coming up next, we're gonna be joined by Jim Frank, the owner of Greenstone Homes and Kendall Yards Development. We're gonna go head over to check out the ice cream shop. We'll see you there. Yeah, so we have a work sharp. You can just refine your knife, you can sharpen it, if you have like a really beat up knife, you're able to just take it to this and get that edge back.
Okay.
And the way this is set up, that it really sets the angle, so there's no like worry about how you're gonna have that exact 45-degree angle, because it's
Oh, I
already
love
kind of
that.
set the way it is.
Foolproof.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna turn on refine, really because I just wanna bring that edge back. And the
Listen
edge,
to
it's
that.
already right there. Here, do you wanna give it a try?
Sure. Okay.
See how easy that is? And then
Even
now
I
you gotta
can
do
do
it on the
it.
other side.
Okay. Easy enough. Chandler can do it. And that's
And
it?
then
And then we're done?
It also comes with a steel. Yeah, I like to do it down.
Okay.
Some people, you see it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep, we're doing
Fancy
it this
fresh.
way.
Okay.
So this shows you the angle. So you just can keep it, go all the way down.
Ooh,
Shows you the angle already.
these sounds are oddly satisfying.
It is. And then you just kind of keep that same angle all the way down.
Look at that.
Easy breezy. So, how was it?
I hated it.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible.
7 of them gone, so.
All right, let's go get some dessert. We're gonna head over to Scoop.
Ooh, yeah, let's do it.
So we got some good treats.
Yes,
Yeah,
first
we
things
do.
first, to a good
little
meeting
cheers
with friends.
here.
Yeah.
Ice cream cheers.
Cool.
So thank you. Thank you for coming on the show and being a part of this.
Yeah.
Really appreciate
Yeah, it's
it.
exciting.
Yeah, we kind of just wanted to sit and chat with you, learn about you, your connection to Kendall Yards, your favorite spots, that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's interesting. Kendall Yards was, a railroad yard, and after Expo 74, they vacated the railroad yards here. So it's been a process over, 20 years maybe of doing an environmental cleanup and then following through with this plan for an urban design neighborhood. So it's been fun and exciting. Having an urban neighborhood in Spokane is something that we've lacked for a while. So it's really attractive for young people and for empty nesters as well. Having a neighborhood that's walkable.
Absolutely.
And you have services nearby where you live. So
Yeah.
it's a fun concept.
It's something for everybody. You
Yeah.
have the grocery store, you have the coffee, you have
Yeah.
nice
Absolutely.
restaurants, like
You have
all
shops,
those things.
You have, yeah.
And it's also important to have the right balance of retail and office with residential.
Yeah.
So you want to have enough people living in the neighborhood that they can help support the businesses that are here.
You could really like live here, play here, work here,
Yeah.
and never leave this little neighborhood, which
Yeah.
is so special and unique.
So we have, some new spaces coming on here pretty soon.
Yeah.
We have
Yes.
some
Can you
residential.
talk about that new building?
Popping up
Do we
really
know?
quick.
Yeah,
What's
that we call that. It's like the Flatiron Building out of New York, the
Yeah.
Triangle Building.
Yeah.
And it has some really cool spaces in it. They are 2-story living spaces, so they're like loft spaces
Oh,
in
wow.
there.
Yeah.
So there's so when you go in, you have 2-story windows in there that have the views of downtown and the
cool.
river, and you have a loft bedroom kind of situation. So a very urban kind of living
Okay.
that we haven't seen in Spokane
The
really.
view is hard to beat.
Oh my
And the
gosh.
view is hard to beat. We built it without parking because there's enough available parking that they can use it if they want to.
Yeah.
But people can walk out their door, go to a restaurant,
Yeah.
go to medical services,
Yeah.
work in the neighborhood. And so it's an urban kind of living. And there's a lot of people that are looking for that. So we have a lot of young people here, a lot of people that are even working in the U District or going
Yeah.
to school in the U District find this a good place to live. So
Or some of our most loyal customers are people that live right above the restaurant. So it's
Yeah.
like they come in there all the time, and it's like being able to have people that take ownership in what we're doing. And I
Yeah.
love that part of it.
It's definitely a very it place,
Yeah.
and you're proud to live in Kendall Yards.
Yeah.
So I want to know, did you grow up here?
grew up in Spokane, yeah.
Okay.
Grew up in the north side, went to Garfield Elementary, Gonzaga University.
Okay.
And so a lot of it is, for me, is in some ways trying to recreate the social fabric that was in the neighborhood that I grew up in. There were stores in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
could walk to things in your neighborhood. You kind of knew everybody in your neighborhood. And so part of Kendall Yards is just trying to recreate that connection within the neighborhood.
And
Yeah,
you guys
we
have
were-
the night market too, which is
Oh,
like
yeah.
a huge deal.
Yeah.
The
It's been
whole
great for
city
the
flocks
community.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, the night market's amazing.
Yes.
And we had like 4,000 people here last night.
I heard it
for
was
the
insane.
market.
And it's only the second market.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
it was fantastic. And it's just the interaction of what we're trying to do with people that live in the neighborhood, keeping the connection between Kendall Yard and West Central
Yeah.
has been really important. We have a business owners association here, and so they help facilitate the planning of a lot of the activities, whether it's music or the night market. We do some fireworks just before Christmas.
Yes.
We have a little winter festival, little crafting carnival, so to speak, where you can buy Christmas gifts and things. So trying to have, throughout the year, activities that in the business district that help, draw people to the business district, but more importantly, allow people just to have activities where they get to know each other and see each other.
We appreciate you. We're glad that you put in years and
thank you
years
so
and years
much.
of great work.
So it took a lot of people. I mean, what happened here isn't just me or Greenstone. It's the whole community of people that kind of shared that vision and were willing to take that chance like you talked about. Well, and we appreciate Adam. Like I say, Adam was one of the pioneers here, and he has 2 restaurants, and the Yards is really the place to be for breakfast.
Oh yeah.
And it's grown so much from when we opened. It's
There's not a weekend that I don't come by and see a long waiting line out the
very
front
nice.
door.
It's nice to be loved.
Yeah.
We like that.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. This is our first episode of Crave TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
You did
Thanks for making me and Kendall Yards a part of it. And,
Of course.
look forward to seeing some of the other neighborhoods that you're going to visit here soon. So pretty exciting.
All right. Well, don't forget to join us next week as we head out to another neighborhood in town for another episode of Crave TV.